Was good? Was good? SAFL. I know we're here on a different day than we're usually here. This week was rather tough, as you guys know. It is summertime. I know everybody has things planned, and it's hard to get all the guys together. So we did feel that we owed you guys needed an episode this week going into the
Absolutely,
second
absolutely.
round of the D2 playoffs and the first round of the D3 playoffs. So we couldn't leave y'all hanging. Uh, E, what's up, man? How you
Give
doing
them a
today?
nice little matinee edition. So, and it's closer to game time, so whatever we say could
Be real
get
fresh,
them
real
yeah,
fresh.
real fresh and they can remember it and troll us tomorrow. So I didn't want to do it last week. It wouldn't have the same impact.
Yeah. So,
So I'm gonna be honest. I am working. I'm in the office. If you hear any calls, anything like that, I tried to put everything on D&D, but things happen. So people need me out here. But we're gonna do our best today.
all right. So E, since since we're going into the first week of the D3 playoffs and we're going into the semifinals of D2, today we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna do it a little backwards, right? So we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna go over D2 before D3 so we can give D3 their due like we did in the previous episode with D2. Right? All right. So
I'm on board with it. We're gonna try our best to break down these games, but I'm gonna be honest. It felt like more than just a week was missed. It felt
yeah,
like these games were
it
played
felt
a
like we played
long,
about a month ago.
long time ago. So we're gonna try to remember things that happened in these games, but it does feel like these games are more than just a Saturday or two ago. So but go ahead. We got
All
it.
right. So the first game that we're gonna talk about, which to me is the most disappointing of the games, because it never happened. Uh Elites versus Powerpuff. Powerpuff had couldn't field a team to play this week, and the Elites are awarded the 6-0 victory in a forfeit. I would have loved to see this game played.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
I want to say I don't know. I would have picked Powerpuff as the favorite in this game from what has been going on. You know what? Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. Right. Uh, I gotta remove you for a second because this I gotta remove you for a second.
Oh, oh,
And welcome back, Adam. What's good, man?
What up? What up? It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a
You guys
while.
held it down though.
We
I
tried. We
appreciate it. We
tried.
tried. We
We tried.
tried, man.
Hard big shoes to fill, but we tried.
Nah, man, no, man. And you guys got me at the perfect game.
All right. So uh I don't know if we really have to dive into this. Basically, they didn't get to play. Uh League tried its best to make it happen, but it didn't happen. In a
Question:
perfect
Not to
world,
not to put now that we have both. Was there anything that could have happened that this game could have been played? Like time moved around. Was there anything that could have been done that this game could have been played, or just
Um,
didn't
so
happen? Yeah,
I'm,
that's me. We're all about transparency here, so let's
I
let's
uh
let's, let's
I
talk
might have
about it.
overreacted a little bit when I
Okay.
heard the news. So I might owe the elites an apology. No, there's nothing that could have been done, unfortunately. And we
all right.
have rules that we need to abide by, unfortunately. As much as we don't want to see that happen in the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
uh, no, there was nothing that could have been done.
Fair enough. We just want to put that out there. That's it.
All right. So just as I've been saying, the league has tried their best to make this game happen. The time still it wasn't just a time issue, it was also a roster issue. So it was just nothing that could really be done. So moving forward. Uh Now I know this is the number one seed versus the number eight seed, but the beating that was given in this game, this is why we have to talk about it. We have more exciting games moving after this one. So Gladiators came to town. Dip, Dip, Dip said Dip said it's finished. All right, Dip said it's finished. This looked like when the Locks battled Dipset in the versus battle during the pandemic. It was really bad.
Yep.
It was really bad. So
Yeah.
Dipset, you know, you know you were my guys, and I'm gonna say were. Y'all let me down, but I hope to see you
I
guys.
mean, I mean, I mean,
Oh, we
I
knew.
mean, we didn't expect anything different. So
No, we didn't.
yeah,
We
yeah.
didn't. But the number one seed for a reason. You know what I mean? And you guys ended up the number eight seed for a reason. So Adam E.
It's about what you expected in this game. Like I can't remember what we predicted, but I think we said Gladiators by at least two scores, or I said Gladiators big, something like that on the
Yeah,
last pod. So again, no need to really spend too much time on that.
yeah.
Did win
Mike,
Gladiators, so
Mike, and James
yeah,
and the
yeah,
boys came to town and did the job they were supposed to. So now,
yeah.
don't be wrong, guys. It's a win in the playoffs, but it is the first round against the eighth seed. There's more work to be done. All right, Adam. Anything? No.
Gladiators look really good, man.
Yeah.
They look like they took a step up. And Dipset, I mean, they were undermanned. No, they only had six, but there were some game management issues on their side too. They weren't playing the field correctly.
Okay.
Um,
Was Hashitashi there?
Achitachi was there, but listen, it's like 90 degrees outside, and if there's six of you, and you're playing the team this well oiled, they're like 13 deep.
You got a grind clock.
Yeah,
All right. All right. So let's not harp on it too much. All
So
right.
we're saying that if it was fall season, 65 degrees, and they had 12 guys, the score is different. No,
I mean, look, they're missing Dre. They, what's his name is hurt. I don't even know his name. I don't think it's I don't think they beat the Gladiators, but it's not 27-7.
So where you go? 34-14? Something
I
like
think it's
so where-
competitive.
Let's,
I mean,
you
did you guys see the game?
know.
yeah, I was
No, I actually didn't see the game. I actually was
okay.
watching the game. I think somebody might have been on live for this game for me, so I didn't really get to see it.
I think Dipset could have managed the game a little better.
Well, 27-7, it would have to been a lot better. They'd have to take it down to one, snap the ball, and basically make it a very short game. So, but I don't think the result changes much. You know. All right, now let's move on to maybe a more of an interesting game. Goodfellas, Savages.
I
Now,
let me. If the Goodfellas play like they played this week, if they play like that next, they're gonna lose. This wasn't their best game.
really,
This wasn't their best. I guess. I mean, against the Savages, they're a better team. So the better team won, but I'll just say they didn't play their best game. And I don't know if
mm,
you guys agree with me. It just felt like they went through the motions. They knew. I guess they knew that they could beat this team, but this wasn't the best that I've seen Goodfellas. So again, you play like that against the elites, you might not be as fortunate. So
my thing is
yeah.
okay. So I feel like we've been harping week after week about the Goodfellas and who the Goodfellas are, right? So at what point do we say that's who the Goodfellas are? You know what I mean? Like
I've been asking you
so
guys.
I by talent we know their roster is riddled with talent all across the board, but every week we seem to be saying like this. I didn't expect you to say they didn't play their best. You know what I mean? I thought that from what I heard Yash was slinging the rock. I think when I walked in, I was told he was throwing it all over the field. But you telling me different. Now, is this the Goodfellas we're gonna see? We don't know, and we've been. This has been a
We ask
question
that question every week.
every
We ask
week,
that question.
every week.
Yeah.
So we
Mhm.
do. I have them as the well to start the season. They were the favorites. We do have to show some respect to the Gladiators. But Adam,
I think they didn't take this seriously enough. He's right; they didn't play their best game. Look, I mean, look, they can walk in and do that against the Savages, obviously.
all right,
But you could tell the way they were defending us. They weren't really. They were just going through the motions. Um,
gotcha.
yeah.
All right, Savages. I'm gonna give a little shout out to Hash. Right, listen. So team, whatever happens with this team next year, moving forward, just listen to the QB. Run the offense. It works. It's a very simple offense. Run the offense. I had the pleasure to play in the offense while we were out, and it was like pitch and catch. Like, it's very simple. So, uh, all right. Now let's move on to the most interesting game. And this game last week was the one that our anonymous writers thought that there was a possibility of an upset, and the anonymous writers were right. Now, Adam, you have been on record very critical of Suicide Squad, and I think you were kind of proven right here. Not even kind of, you were proven right here. So, we're gonna let you take this one to start.
All Stars. First of all, the All Stars are better than what I think what their record shows.
Yes, they
Right. So, like, let's give credit where credit's due. Um, yeah, I just think the league is really balanced. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't think Suicide Squad showed up today, or whatever it was last week, 2 weeks ago. They didn't look good, and I'm not saying that they're not a championship team, but I've battled with them a lot. You know, I know where their weaknesses are. They're obviously very good. I think they're a little top heavy, if I'm gonna be honest. Now that we're talking about talent, and like their season's over,
are.
I think once you stop the seed, you stop Miguel, who like Connor's all right, but he's like maybe like he's like a my type of receiver, just like a role player. You need another guy. And when you're playing someone as dynamic as the All Stars, that rears its ugly head every now and then.
Okay. Now, the other guy was, I guess. Go ahead, E. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't want to. When you say this word, it comes across as disrespectful, and I don't respectfully. Suicide Squad. No. And you're gonna understand what I'm saying. They going through lazy in a sense of they never changed up anything. So they run the same offense for years and years and years and years. You know what I mean? And all stars watch tape. They watch games. They stay around even when they're not playing. They're still there watching all the games. So they knew what was going on. That it's going to be conceived over the middle. Miguel and they knew that, and they called it out. They said that's what was going to happen. Right? Rob, you had a conversation with his
Yeah,
son
yeah,
after,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
yeah, right? Like not to throw anyone under a bus, but he knew. He said they figured it out. Teams figured out what we were going to do. They've been running the same offense, and it's worked because the players are that talented. But what do you do when we know what you're going to do and we're equally as talented as you? You
So
get a game
basically, you're
like this.
saying they didn't have a plan B. So,
Have
shout
they
out to
ever?
have they ever? Maybe not.
Hasiba just been that good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what happens when you have players like Aaron who can go up and get it with them, or a little pup? You get
We
things
have to
like this.
now. We kind of have to. Adam, you look really, really right now. We kind of have to question. Was it just unknown, really, what they were doing, or was it just, you know what I mean? Like was it, now that you know what they're doing, is it that easy to stop? Because this looks like the All Stars had an easy game. And speaking to the All Stars, shout out to the All Stars, man. Those boys have been balling out, man. Like,
Mhm.
I'm very happy for that team. Uh, like I said, Sheep, you are nobody's backup, and this should, you solidified it throughout the season. This should have solidified it even more.
Mhm.
So they basically said they knew what the offense was going to be, and they defended it. That, just as simple like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at I would think, I feel like, speaking from a player's perspective, right? There is times where a team can slow your offense down the system, right? But where are your guys that it doesn't matter what the hell the defense is doing? So, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta. I feel like this was a time for their stars to beat the guys that were on them. Pause. No.
I think the issue is the offense, while really good, it's a system, and sometimes when you're in a system, you can't shine. Like there's nobody there to just like pitch the ball to and go get 20 yards.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, shit. Miguel is.
But they're not using them like that.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
All right.
There's no
Yeah,
short curls in that offense.
You're right.
There,
You're right.
it's all crosses.
I understand that.
So, I guess back to the drawing board. Is this the last we see of this version of Suicide Squad?
I think they need to get a little more dynamic. Yeah.
All right. Well, oh, that's what I was going to say earlier. Sean was supposed to be the extra guy, but he was hurt, and even in the games he was in, he wasn't as dynamic as thought to be. So I don't know, but this is the result. We're harping on Suicide Squad not playing, supposedly not playing well, but it wasn't that they didn't play well. All Stars made them not play well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
shout
They
out to
came
All.
out energy. All Stars came out like they wanted it more.
Yeah, shout out to Lil Pup. Shout out to Aaron. Ken, that team is well oiled, well oiled, and not watching them play week after week. They've improved. Should have had a better record, but hey, you just beat the number 2 seed. Didn't matter. All right. So now let's move on to this week's games. We have the good fellas who are going to face the elites in the semifinals. What do you guys think?
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. It's a show. I'm not making this up. I can't give too much. But it says the SAFL reporter. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm holding the bag. All right. So they gave us some information on a couple of games, couple of questions. All right.
But
So
hold on, before you go, E, just for the record, right? When we say that we get anonymous information
it's
like that,
anonymous.
we literally, honestly, I don't know who
Honey,
it's from.
yeah.
I can assume, but we don't know who it's from. And it says it's straight out of the locker room supposedly, and we just here to give you guys the information. Go ahead, E.
It says here, and I quote, Shu and the elites ready to tear up the Goodfellas. Elites believe they can't be stopped because the Goodfellas play no defense.
Mm.
Thoughts?
by what you said earlier about the Goodfellas, that might be correct. That might be correct. If the Goodfellas are playing at their best, I'm gonna the Goodfellas win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Have they been playing at their best? Not so much throughout this season, so we don't know what we're gonna get. Adam,
I think Q's a big X factor for the elites this week. Because if I think about all the talent in D2, most of it's on Goodfellas. Then some of it's on elites too, right?
mm-hmm.
They got to show up though. They can't walk in like they did against us last week. I want to pick Goodfellas, but like really close.
Okay. I'm
Can we do an exercise real quick? I don't want to go too much. All right, let's go. Because we're talking about the talent, right? So when we talk about it, we're going to say probably best player, Goodfellas, Ant Lewis, right?
Yeah. Or Yasir,
Squirrel.
one or the other.
Let's just go Ant Lewis, Squirrel, right?
mm-hmm.
So we go
Yasir
Yasir
Q.
next. So who Q?
Q.
So what's next? What's next? If you're doing a draft.
Leandro, DeAndre.
Which way you going?
He's saying who would be first.
Oh. Just for the height, DeAndre.
DeAndre, okay. So then you would take Lissandro. And then who's next?
I don't know.
Oh,
So-
neither team?
So to me that kind of sounds evenly matched.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
That kind of sounds evenly matched. So
And then the quarterback we already know. So
That's also evenly matched.
yeah. So
yeah,
are
so
the
this is,
Goodfellas that much better than is what I'm asking? Because we say they're the most talented team, but when you actually do like, and I'm not saying that one guy is not better than the other. We know that somebody has to be better, but they're pretty even enough, right?
that's
So
pretty even.
that's
pretty even.
Who
You know what's
have?
funny? Initially, before you said that, you would automatically think the Goodfellas is the more talented roster. Till you put it in perspective like that. I like that, E man. I like that. I like that
Got a
one.
little something.
Yeah.
You guys have me here for a reason, man.
But then think about the next guys on Goodfellas. You got Terrence, Earl, and De Palma. Like, are they
Better than like Cap and Saeem.
Terrence
might be.
speed wise could make a difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So Terrence, Cap.
That
So
might
you're gonna
be
say Cap is the next best. Oh, Saeem. What do you have?
Saeem.
Either or. I think he's better than both.
I feel Saeem's really good. And what's Sohel's nephew's on this team, right?
Abrar. I mean, but
Yeah.
I think he's still inexperienced.
He is still inexperienced, but he's a good player. So then you
He can
put
play. He can play.
he
Yeah,
can play
he can
though.
play.
So then you Abar Saeem, and then you'd go Terrence and Ant De Palma.
Yeah.
That kind of seems even.
You think so?
So, yeah.
Because
So
if you're gonna
you put them
draft those
if
four
you
guys,
have
if
four
you're gonna
guys.
draft those four guys, you might take first, but then where you going after that? You have Saeem, Cap, and the Palmer.
I think you could pick any of them out of a hat.
Yeah. So then you basically how far is that Terrence to
Mm-hmm.
I think he's more
Bar.
dynamic than all of them. Not no disrespect. He's a track star.
Okay, so then it comes up like a slight advantage. Right.
And that's why I said it's going to be a close game. I said it's like
You did. Listen, I'm always
Yeah.
wrong, so I don't even know why I pick. I should just, you know what? From now on, I'm not picking. I'm just gonna have you two pick because I'm always wrong. So, but I am taking Goodfellas in this game. Are we Goodfellas across the board? Yeah. Okay. So Goodfellas across the board. Leach, they got to come out and shock the panel here, like
prove us wrong.
Prove us wrong, basically. Now we're not, and by picking, that don't mean we're rooting against you. We're just, that's what we think come out.
Yeah.
All right. Now this game here.
Oh, we pretty much just did that to say we wouldn't be surprised if the Elites won.
You know
what I mean? Yeah.
It's closer.
So
it's
not
closer
hedging
than
our bet or anything. We think Goodfellas is gonna win, but if the
closer
Elites
than
win,
it
it's not gonna be an upset, or anything like that. So that's pretty much what we're saying.
All right. All right. So we're gonna move on from this game. Good luck, guys. Here we go. Now, this one I purposely did this one last, right? This is this is gladiators versus gladiators. Now, I'm not gonna say that anymore because the all-stars are the all-stars now. So by saying gladiators versus gladiators, just because these guys were all one team at one point and they branched, as you know, they branched off into two teams. But the all-stars have their own name now.
Identity.
Their own identity.
Yeah.
So this one here. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Can we play my game? Can we play my game again?
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna do Mike Sheep.
Mike and Sheep. Let's toss them up. Toss up.
All right. So with the best player on, so we're gonna go James.
You have Nate and James are their top. Nate versus
Aaron and Lil Pup.
Aaron and Little Pup.
It's a toss up, right? Let's just put them in pairs. It's kind of a toss up.
Okay, so Aaron and Nate.
Aaron and Lil Pup are a little similar in how they play, right? Like the things that they can do. But then James and Nate are different.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give a slight edge to Nate and James. I'll tell you why. James is one of the players that you can dump it down to, and he can create yards out of that. And Nate can be imposing by physical ability. Now, don't get me wrong, Aaron and Pup. So the different, because Aaron can be imposing downfield, Pup could be imposing downfield. You know what? The edge is James's shiftiness underneath. I don't know if Pup and Aaron can match that, because James can also go downfield a little bit, but you can't. You can dump it to James for 5. James can turn 5 into 10 into 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're right here. We're close. And then go ahead. No, if you disagree.
No, I don't. But then you'll go. I guess it'd be Ty.
Ty, yes. Does Ty play offense?
You have to ask. Yeah, he does.
He does? He was out there? I haven't seen him play offense yet this season. He was injured most of the season. Every game I've watched, to be honest, I haven't seen a lot of Gladiators games. Surprising.
So it'd be him, and I guess.
We're mentioning all these names. I think the star of the Gladiators this year has actually been Christian.
Now, I was gonna say Ty and Christian.
Yeah,
that was my next two. Yeah.
Trusty.
Mike trusts him. Yeah.
So then you can throw a guy like Ken in there who's been big trusty uh for the All Stars, and Simon has also been trusty.
Yeah,
So
Simon. You still have I think a guy we sleep on a lot, Nick. He
oh
doesn't
Nick, well we
get a
don't really
yeah.
sleep on Nick. We know what Nick does.
We haven't mentioned him. I don't think we've mentioned him once in this podcast.
Nick just goes to work. That's why,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Nick just goes out there and goes to work. Like he's not gonna be flashy about it. But then when you look at it, you're like, he probably stopped 10 passes down this
He
side.
covers a lot of ground. He covers a lot of
Yes, he
ground at
does.
safety. He covers
Yeah.
a lot of ground and puts
So
his body on the line.
so advantage. What do you think the advantage for the Gladiators is as the number one seed, or is there an advantage? That's my question to you too.
They don't know each other so well. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna say the only slight advantage right now
hmm
for me is that the Gladiators have been here before.
Hmm.
Like the All Stars played with a lot of energy last week, and I think that helped them. It's hard to maintain that. You gotta it's gotta be controlled aggression. I think Gladiators have that a little more right now, at least as far as I've seen.
Okay.
And like their win looked a little more sound. Granted, they played a worse team, but they just looked a little more fundamentally like. I thought they took a step last week.
All right. Now, if the All Stars were able to watch on tape to slow down Suicide Squad, what about guys that they can watch on tape that they
And,
also play all the
and
day?
they play all the time. Yeah, right.
I mean,
So
you see the same about
But
Gladiators.
it goes both ways, though. It goes both
Yeah.
ways. It
yeah,
goes both ways.
but not that we've seen. I don't think the Gladiators needed to study tape last week, but I'm saying if how they were able to break down this offense to completely almost shut down Suicide Squad.
No,
They
no.
are
But we're saying that the Gladiators would know what the All Stars are doing, also.
they would, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
But shoot, from what we seen last week, so basically y'all telling me another close game.
Oh, it's gonna be close. But now, who do you have winning?
I'm gonna stay out of this one. Every time I
No,
pick
no, no,
something, no,
no,
I'm not.
no. You're
I'm
not
not
doing
picking.
that.
I don't
You're
care what
not
you
doing
got to
that.
say. Adam, who you got?
You got Gladiators, very slightly.
Mm. E.
Man, man, this is tough. I'll agree with Adam. I'll
Gladiators
agree with Adam.
slightly.
Glad it's slightly, yeah.
Like I don't think it's gonna be easy.
Yeah, not at all.
Like they're gonna it's gonna be close, and I think Gladiators gonna seem frustrated.
I feel like the Gladiators is the easy pick, being number one seed, being
hmm
but I'm gonna have to agree with you guys. Gladiators slightly.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't want to pick this one. Good luck to both these teams in this
Oh,
game.
let me hold on. We do have something.
I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of these two teams right here.
It says here the All Stars looking to prove themselves and show the world, Mike and others, were the reason why they lost this past season in the fall.
Ooh. Boy, this is
That's
gonna
tough.
be. Listen,
That's hard.
I'm
That's hard.
predicting that this game is gonna be very intense between these two. I know they're all people, all one collective unit, but I think they both want to beat each other. Pause. So, pause. So
Let's not forget about the elephant in the room, right? Like if games are played tomorrow, which they should be, we are going to have some weather. So drops,
it's gonna be
QB holding on to the ball, like it's gonna be interesting.
weather
But
changes a lot. The weather changes a lot, and to be honest, that might be who is that as an advantage to. I think the I think the guy who can get it at 5 and turn 5 into 15.
but could it also be an advantage if quarterbacks are struggling throwing the ball? The quarterback with
Yeah, but
legs,
if you
with
got to throw it
wheels,
instead of if you're throwing it 5,
Qu-
quarterback with
quarterback with wheels, like that has
you
to
on this
factor in.
one.
I just thought about the weather just now.
You're
Like
on
that
this one.
factors in. That
That
factors
does
in.
factor in.
Sheep does have wheels. So do you
All right.
make that alter their defense, and you have to make James Giver or something like that? Someone I don't know who their regular giver is. I don't know.
I can't think of it now.
Oh, I think it's Jerm. Jerm.
Yeah, that's
Is it
a
fast enough to keep
that's
up with Sheep? If Sheep has to take off, like think about it. Weather plays a
that's
factor. Does the weather change your guys' mind in any way? No, no, no,
No, it doesn't.
no.
it's still regardless. It's going to be a game, a close game.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I think Gladys they've been a little more consistent too.
All right. My bad, guys. I was so focused in on the conversation here that I didn't realize the chat was going on. What's up, y'all in the chat? Thanks for joining in.
Mhm.
All right. All right. So we're gonna move on.
So much for being compact, right? 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Yeah, it never
It was an
happens.
interesting
Right?
combo, though. It's an
It
interesting
was. It
combo.
was. It was. This might have been one of our better convos of the season, but
It's maybe because you think about them being better until you actually do the comparison, and it might change your mind a little bit. That's it. So,
all right.
fun
So
game.
we're gonna move on to D3 and the games from last week. We're not going to stick on these games too long because honestly, they don't matter anymore.
Yeah.
The matchups are set. We're going into the playoffs, but let's just glance over them really quickly. So, if you don't know, we had a few forfeits. 6-0 Thunder Outlaws. That's the one we really wanted to see. So, I guess we'll have to wait to see if they can show us this matchup late in the playoffs if that happens.
Now, hold on. We have a member of the Thunder. Adam, when you found out the game was a forfeit, what was your team's reaction? Honest.
We were disappointed.
mm.
That's a great game to end the season on.
Did you kind of
As
want to
fans, we
judge
were.
yourself on that or playing against that
I
team?
mean, look, coming out and beating them last week of the season before the playoffs would have been the perfect momentum. Like it doesn't get better than that. So we weren't able to do it. And yeah, I mean, I think we wanted to sort of like stamp ourselves as like, all right, it's go time. But we'll just try not to do that this week.
Okay. All right. Scott's Tots, Ballers, another forfeit. Uma, Spartans forfeited that game. Caliphs, Uma. Now, both these teams are gearing up for the playoffs. That's what they look like, in my opinion. Caliphs have been looking. They've been looking good. I think they're ready for this D3 playoffs. Uma also hasn't been looking as terrible. Where they didn't have a bye this week. That was our running joke all season long. They actually been playing maybe these last 2 weeks, right? Um, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the playoffs. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Um, did they switch to Agas?
Yes.
That's a big deal. You guys better watch out. And Cali's, I think they're better than their record shows. They're really athletic. That's gonna be a tough one for anybody who steps on the field with them. But I think you're right, Rob. Both these teams are turning up at the right time.
See?
Ditto. I can't remember the game, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're gonna definitely moving forward. It's no disrespect. It just felt like it was so long ago. I can't remember the game. But like you guys said, plays are gonna be interesting. I'm ready. I'm ready for tomorrow.
All right. And now lights out Browns. One thing I noticed from this game, lights out. They're from the beginning of the season. Remember, I said that I felt that they were out. The intensity kind of made them crumble in a game. This is not what I see now from lights out. They're like their confidence is kind of shining through at this point in the season. So shout out to those guys. Came and they took care of business. That's what I would call that.
But
Uh,
if we're gonna talk about it with Uma, the Browns also switched from Sowell to Nas.
yeah. Or
Well,
did they? We don't. We'll see what
uh,
happens.
well, for this game that played, they did.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's permanent. I know he played the last game. Sowell was
Well.
the quarterback all year. Didn't finish out the game prior to that, and now we're not
Against
starting with
that
Athens.
game was against the Spartans, right?
The Spartans, yeah.
Spartans game, yeah. Okay.
Then the Nats took over as QB this week, lost. So, little controversy there. You guys thought?
Uh, I don't know. God, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing over there. To be honest, they haven't towards the end of the season they haven't been playing well or well as we thought they would be. So I don't know.
Do
We don't know
you?
who they
All
are.
right.
I don't
Just
know who they
quick
are.
question. Quick question. All right. And I'm veering off a lot, but just things popping in my mind. This is your team, right? Would you rather, if the quarterbacks aren't that far, let's say even if the Knights is slightly better, right? But we know he's a much better receiver than so at this stage of his career. Would you rather the lesser quarterback to have the better receiver, or the possibly better quarterback but one less weapon?
You're bringing it today. E. You're bringing it today.
I mean, it's early. It's not normally 9, 10 o'clock. That's my bedtime.
That's a
If I'm
damn
not
good
at work, that's
question.
my bedtime.
That's a
I'm hoping
damn good
first.
question.
I think in this case you're right because lights out, they're a little more athletic than the Browns are, top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to try to match that. And I think that you're right. The difference between them as athletes versus them as quarterbacks, I think having Sohail under center probably made more sense.
So I'm gonna agree with what Adam said, but you're gonna have to tailor. Sahel can run a good offense. You're gonna have to tailor the offense. You're gonna have to be uh the everybody's gonna have to be disciplined out there. Now they're gonna have to catch the ball. They're gonna need some of the speedier guys to make something happen to open up other things. That's that's what it's gonna come down to. You're not
Mm-hmm.
gonna come out there slinging it over the top, all that. No, you gotta open up over the top with the underneath. So that's my thoughts on that game. On them in general. I am, but lights out is playoff ready. They're showing the confidence now. They look playoff ready throughout the season, but this is their first SAFL playoffs, and we've seen a lot of teams. One team in particular that's been undefeated and then gets slapped in the playoffs. So now I'm not saying that's going to happen to lights out, but don't take playoffs is different from the regular season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So moving forward, I think we should still be able to see it. So this was the final standings coming out. Outlaws, of course, number one. They lost, but they didn't lose. So they practically went undefeated. Lights out number two, taking the number two spot. Thunder Browns, Calibs, Ballers, one Uma, Scott's Tots, Spartans. Now we're gonna final power ranking. I'm just trying to breeze through it, guys. The final power ranking. We did have the Browns drop one spot. Lights out and the Califs go up one. Everybody else stays the same. Thunder went up one also. Everybody else stays the same. That might be incorrect. I think the Thunder were two already. Yeah. But anyway. All right. So let's move on to the D3 playoffs. All right. And the wild card matchup. All right.
Play for the right to lose to Outlaws.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Um who's that's messed up, man. So basically,
You play one extra
man,
game. You get to play an
who,
extra game.
so which one of these teams is gonna go to the eighth spot to lose to the Outlaws?
You get to play an extra game.
That's terrible. E. All right, Scotch Tots Spartans. Thoughts?
Who
I
you get to
am.
see an extra game of? So,
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and pick the Spartans.
I don't know if that's a win.
Oh boy. I gotta get you here. Listen, we have to have this show on earlier because you two are hilarious. You
I'm
two are
picking the
extra
Spartans.
funny today. You're picking the Spartans. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Um
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Scott Stotts. I'm going to pick
Okay.
Scott Stotts, right? But the reason I'm going to pick Scott Stotts is by overall team experience. I think they're going to get it done. I think they're going to right the ship for this game.
I'm
See?
picking the out. It doesn't
Good
matter.
Outlaws.
I'm picking the Outlaws. I'm picking the Outlaws at 9 o'clock. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm picking the Outlaws at 9
Let
o'clock.
me ask you a question. If these two teams took their best players, made one team, and played the Outlaws, who would you pick?
We probably still pick the Outlaws.
Yeah.
But doesn't you know what you should? I'm sorry.
Oh wow!
Listen,
The Spartans have a full team this week.
all right. Listen, let me let me say this. Let me say this, right? Listen, guys, we are just joking. But if they would have did like an all-star pick of the Spartan Scott stats, I don't know if you still lose to the Outlaws. We haven't seen anything bad from the Outlaws all season, so you can't expect us to think anything different at this point. He said he got a full team to lose to the Outlaws. Oh boy, that was all right. So
I'm picking the Outlaws at 9 o'clock. So
you're picking the Outlaws at 9 o'clock. So you're not even gonna get into picking the other one. All right. I just want to see
You
the
got
best out of
any
Huh?
different? You guys
Do I
agree,
have
right?
any? No, it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna
Whoever's
limb, so Spartan's gonna beat the Outlaws.
Spartan's gonna be no. Adam, God, that's a long limb, Adam. That's a long limb. So Adam so you have the Spartans. If the Spartans move on, do they beat the Outlaws?
Nah. Sorry, man.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
If you guys do, I will do 100 push-ups. I'll give you 100 push-ups. You beat the Outlaws.
oh my! No, wait, hold on. We got to read this comment. Do y'all see that? That's a little. Wow.
I don't like that
Alright.
attitude out of my teammate.
I like that. What is it? Yeah, yeah. I'll give you I give you 100 too. No
I would
problem.
too.
No
I would
problem.
too.
No problem.
I would too.
All right.
Yeah.
100 each.
Phil's got
You got it.
300 push-ups on you.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. No problem. So since we're not gonna have to do the push-ups, right? So
I'm working chest on Sunday. Don't worry.
all right. Let's stop best. All right. So Scotch Tots, Spartans. I know we all saying that it's not gonna matter because Outlaws are just happen to be too good. I guess we're split on this. So yeah, he's taking Scotch Tots. He's taking the Outlaws, and I'm gonna. Adam's taking Spartans. I'm taking Scotch Tots, and he's taking the Outlaws. So we'll just leave it at that. We don't gotta harp on it. Listen, good luck. Play your best. Clean up everything. You've worked all season. Now this is one. It's one and done. All it takes is one good game. Well, two good games for you to get past the Outlaws. But
What he means by clean up everything is pick up all your bottles when you lose to the Outlaws.
listen, yo, it's the number one seed, man. They've been unstoppable the entire season. We don't expect anybody to stop them now, right? At least at this point in the playoffs, not in the first round.
We have to do more matinees, man.
Oh,
We have
that's
to do
yo,
more
you guys.
matinees. Oh man.
All right,
This is
so
fun.
we're gonna move on to our next game. Lights out Uma.
What's going?
It is. It is. So by record, yeah, you take lights out, but this game is much closer than than the records may let on. Uma has made the QB change. They could put it together.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, they can put it together.
That's
Don't
a
get me
big
wrong. I have Lights Out has been playing real confident. Lights Out just basically knows what they're doing out there at this point. They know what they are.
But listen, Wagas he's a champion.
Mm-hmm.
That changes that team.
So Lights Out better not take this team for granted by record. This isn't a walkover playoff win. This team is going to be there. This isn't a walkover playoff win. So just take the game seriously as my advice to Lights Out. Being a new team in the league. And like I said, we have seen new teams come in, look great throughout the season, and then get slapped in the first round of the playoffs. So, who y'all got?
Um, it's tough. I'm gonna go lights out.
You're gonna go lights out. Okay. E.
Man, I know I'm gonna hear about it because they let you know when you don't pick them. But I think I'm going Uma.
Wow.
Isn't
Yeah, they're
it?
gonna be on your
Yeah.
ass this week.
Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna be on your back this week.
That's still a little less crazy, but still points. Yeah.
So, I am gonna go with lights out. No, I'm not. I am not gonna pick. I don't know.
No. Yeah.
Come
Go ahead.
on, let me.
Make
Can
a
I
pick,
get off?
man. Make
Not
a
fast.
pick, man. Make a
I don't
pick.
know. I don't know. I'm gonna go with lights out. I think they do. They've been doing what they've been doing. I've seen uh, the Rohit, his brother, and I don't know if Uma has a guy to stop the young kid. What's his name? I can't think of it.
Patel. Patel. I
Patel.
forgot
Yes.
his name.
Yeah.
Veer. Veer
Yeah. I
Patel.
don't think they have a guy to stop him. He's been, and Rohit has been playing very. Now I'm not gonna say textbook, but he does his job.
Yeah,
He's been doing his job well.
he's good on his feet too.
Yes. So I'm gonna stick with them lights out. I think they keep rolling. It'll get tougher for them, but I think at this juncture in the playoffs, they're good. All right. Now we're gonna move on to our next game. Thunderballers. Adam, of course you get to take this one first.
Um, I mean, look, I'm obviously gonna pick my guys, but the Ballers are a really athletic group, and I think they're starting. I think they've won the last few games that they didn't forfeit. So we're not taking them lightly. We're coming very ready. I think this is the first time all year we're gonna have a full roster. So I'm looking forward to that because we haven't been able to put our our speed set out yet in its entirety.
Hmm.
But we're not taking them lightly. We're coming ready to play, and hopefully we can get it done.
All right. I am. Go ahead, E. Mine's is more of when we're picking who's winning.
Yeah, the Thunder to me are just a notch below the Outlaws. I mean, they're the second best team, so I think they win this game. I'm not going to say easily, but the Thunder win this game. Short and
Full
sweet.
roster Thunder, right? That's what you said, Adam. You guys are good. Sometimes half rostered, and you still look okay out there. So full roster Thunders. I'm going to take the Thunders in this game. Bowlers have they have the experience, but I think the you guys would be a little bit too imposing. Certain guys. So so consensus Thunder on this one.
Yeah.
What can the Bowlers do to try to win this game? That's my question to you too.
Well, they beat us the last time we played them.
Full
They won about
roster.
3 lost. No, we did not have a full roster.
Okay, so that makes a difference. E,
What can they do?
yes, to win this game. Don't say something like pray or nothing like that. Come
No,
on.
I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to be disrespectful. It's not that much of a difference.
Right, because
But
they're athletic. This is a good group.
yeah, they're not. It's not a bad team. It's going to come down to, well, Adam has already talked about the holes in his defense, right? And even
Yeah,
when they win games, it's shootout. So they will be able to score with them. It's just going to get a stop. And when you have ballers on, no pun intended, on the Thunder, like Justin and Ryan, can you stop those guys? Can you stop those guys? And Rob, you did that last game against Caliph, so whatever. When that game was a shootout, and you said everybody ate, right?
Yeah.
You can talk
Yeah.
about that one. So
Hold on, guys. I'm going to. You're gonna have to run for a second. I gotta get a charger. I'm an idiot. I
Uh,
plugged my computer in. Just give me 2 seconds.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, the last time we played them, it was we were actually pretty depleted. But their defense is like this is like the Gladiators' defense, right? It's the same guy. So it's not like they don't have chemistry. It's not like they don't have continuity. We just got to figure out a way to beat it this time because we couldn't last time. We're getting Ahad back. He hurt himself. He hurt himself in this game actually, and he was out for the rest of the year. And he's back now. So he's the guy that has the highlight catch against the Spartans earlier in the year. So we're gonna have him back. Curtis will be there. Ryan will be there. Hopefully, I think everyone's gonna be there. So.
Okay, I think you guys win, man. I think it's no disrespect to the Ballers, but I even picked you guys last week to beat the Outlaws. So
yeah,
that's how I think of your team. So I know I've had an up and down with Justin. It's all love, but yeah, I think your team is better than the Ballers, and you guys win. Our unprepared host.
All right, my bad. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't plug it in before. All right, so I heard some of that. Yeah, no disrespect to the Ballers, but we do have them as the number 2 team. So they're not the number 2 team in the power ranking for no reason. We do feel they're one of they are the top, well, number 2 team. Yeah, that's it. All right.
But now that we did this, expect the Ballers to come out even more fired up. They thrive on chip on shoulder and bulletin board material. So
yeah, a lot of teams seem to like beating me.
So they thrive on that. Oh, you guys picked against us, so we're gonna hear that.
And if and they happen to win, then I'm gonna hear it for the next month and a half. I hear everything. Listen, you would swear I'm on these teams that I pick every week. I hear it I hear it week after week. Anyway, all right. The next game, and our final game, Browns Caliphs. Go ahead.
We don't know who the Browns quarterback is. And that's gamesmanship. I get it. But I think I would trot Safl out there to have a nonsense receiver. I don't know if that's what they're going to do. I don't have any inside information, but I think that's the approach I would take against a team like Caliphs. But if it is a Nas and you have one less weapon, the quarterback play is maybe slightly improved, but the receiver play takes a dip. So I'm going to go Caliphs here.
Okay. Adam?
If it's the other way around, where Sowell is quarterback and Anais is now receiver, I'm going to take the Caliphs. Either way.
All right.
I'm also going Caliphs. I think they're too athletic for the Browns. I don't really think they can stop them.
And I'm going to piggyback off of both of you, and I got the Caliphs in this one. Browns
does the QB thing make a difference, though? Like, I don't want to talk about it too much.
Makes a difference? No.
I don't think so.
So if Sowell is QB and the Nas is receiver, that doesn't change anything?
No. They would. I feel like they would have to play too perfect of a game. Because the Caliphs are what's gonna happen is I feel like the Caliphs, guys like ZQ are gonna make plays sometimes. They're gonna grab one out the air, stuff like that. I think that's what's gonna be that's what's gonna break it. Like, you know what I mean? So Safwan's probably gonna be in attendance. He's gonna make a play. You know what I mean? So it's just gonna be it's a tough game for them. They haven't been playing good the last couple of weeks. So, well, consensus Caliphs here. All right. Shoot. Dag, we at the end. What did we miss anything? No, right? How long we been on here? Oh, look, we under an hour. Under an hour on a Friday afternoon. All right, so we got a.
And just a question, Adam. Not putting you on the spot or anything like that. Because we did speak about weather. Games are 100% going on.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to put it out. People are gonna watch. That way, you don't get that text at 12, 1 o'clock, and our game's going on.
Yeah,
so you put it out here.
He don't get the text. I don't already got a text about the goddamn weather if we playing. I don't know why I get the text.
Put it
about
out
it.
here right now.
And listen, keep texting Rob.
No, don't listen to that. The answers are playing. We playing weather. We playing all weather, right? If they call it, you're playing. Just don't worry about if we're playing or not.
That's why I just wanted it out here so you guys don't have to get a text from every player on every team. So games are on.
I
Oh,
got a
yeah.
text about weather. Yeah.
But if you have a question, text Rob.
Piece of, I tell you. Yeah. But it's not like I'm not going to answer, but then I might have to go to Adam for the answer. But simple stuff, yes, I can answer. We're playing. Like it has to be a monsoon for us not to go out there tomorrow. So
We played in the monsoon
and we played in the
2 weeks
monsoon
ago.
2 weeks
Yeah,
ago. So
that Uma game was in the
yeah.
monsoon.
So if they don't shut us down, we're probably playing. All right. All right. Final words, guy. Did I miss anything? E, is there any more locker room news? Make sure you went through all of it.
There is, but it's about the Tots and Spartans and Outlaws. So it doesn't matter. We talked about the Browns have a QB controversy, and that's so well to start. Who knows? Uh, Tots, another team with a QB controversy. Will it be Merge returning to greatness? Or will it be the young Germ, the young stud?
Absolutely not, James. Absolutely not.
Hmm?
I don't know here. You say because you guys, I don't know if you're in the chat. Absolutely not.
Oh, Commissioner? Yeah.
Nope. 100% not. That man in the middle right there, he got it. Yeah, so good luck to everybody this week. Anything else, you two? No, nothing.
Good luck to the teams, man.
Good luck. I know you guys noticed there was no East threes, no team of the week this week. We barely had any games D3, so there was none of that. But there will be end of season awards. We will. What is this? So next week would be the last episode before the
Yeah.
championship, right? Or
Yeah,
if we do an episode after, but we'll probably have all that in the next season awards in the next episode. Okay.
And these are regular season awards. I'm not going to take into account playoffs. It's all regular season.
Yeah. Good luck to all you guys. E, final words.
It's go time, guys. It's go time. You know, that's all I gotta say. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Best of luck to all the teams. I know we clowned on some. But
All jokes.
come out here and ball. Yeah, come out here and ball. You never know what happens. That's why we play. And again, they're gonna play a factor, so you never know. Some QB's hands aren't the best with a wet ball. Pause. So you never know. You never know. I think we might, be in for a little bit of craziness tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it.
Adam.
Outlaws at 9.
That's not going to change. It doesn't matter. Rain, sleet. No, that's not going to change. That's not changing.
All right. So thank you guys for tuning in for our first Friday afternoon episode, which seems like we're funnier on Friday afternoon than we are late night. Maybe we need to change the day. But good luck, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right.
Peace out.